Listen, white people, come here. Come here real close. Come right in here. We gotta talk real quick right now, just like you and me, one on one, right here. Listen to me. Receive what I'm about to give you. Martin Luther King Jr. was a great person. He had a great vision. He had, passion and values, and he was a social justice warrior. Really, he was somebody, a great leader for this country. Yes, he had flaws. Not everybody agreed with him. A lot of black people did not agree with him. Malcolm X and him are famously known for not agreeing with each other's methods, but that's okay because there's no one way for black people to combat racism. However, what we shan't be doing today, at least not while I'm alive, is what we won't be doing is whitewashing Martin Luther King the Jr. No, sweetie, not while I'm here. White people love to pull the same 3 MLK quotes out of their ass to try to silence black people when they are feeling uncomfortable. And you are whitewashing MLK's message and taking his quotes completely out of fucking context to try to serve your purpose. I'm here to tell you today that Martin Luther King was not here for white people. He did not like you guys. I don't know where y'all got this idea that Martin Luther King was all about holding hands and singing Kumbaya to fuck y'all around the campfire with white people. He didn't like you guys. If white people actually bothered to read Martin Luther King's work or actually listen to the entirety of his speeches, you would know that Martin Luther King did not like you guys. In fact, if you bothered to read the very beginning of that same speech that y'all love to quote, he literally starts by dragging white people. So what are you even talking about? So will you sit here and quote, judge by the content of the character, not by the color of the skin? I'm accountable with this one. Whites, it must frankly be said, are not putting similar mass effort into re-educating themselves out of their racial ignorance. Ooh. It is an aspect of their sense of superiority that white people of America believe they have so little to learn. MLK, from his "Where do we go from here" speech. Ooh, wow. The tea is hot. Why is equality so assiduously avoided? Why does white America delude itself? And how does it rationalize the evil it retains? The majority of white Americans consider themselves sincerely committed to justice for the Negro. They believe that the American society is essentially hospitable to fair play and to steady growth towards a middle-class utopia embodying racial harmony. But unfortunately, that is a fantasy of self-deception and comfortable vanity. Also, from Martin Luther King, "Where do we go from here" speech. I mean, is it just me, or is it getting really hot in here? Oh, wait. My all-time favorite. Don't fight hate with hate. Only love can do that. I'm gonna see your out-of-context quote and raise you first. I must confess that over the last few years, I have been gravely disappointed with the white moderate. I have also reached the regrettable conclusion that the Negro's great stumbling block in the stride towards freedom is not the white citizens counselor or the Ku Klux Klan, but the white moderate who is devoted to order than to justice, who prefers negative justice, who prefers negative peace, which is the absence of tension, to positive peace, which is the presence of justice, who constantly says, I agree with you in the goal you seek, but I can't agree with the methods of direct action, paternalistically feels that he can set a timetable of another man's freedom, who lives by the myth of time that constantly advises that the Negro to wait a more convenient season. Shallow understanding from the people of goodwill is more frustrating than absolute misunderstanding from people of ill will. Lukewarm acceptance is much more bewildering than outright rejection. That is straight from his letter from Birmingham jail. He literally just addressed all of you white people who sit around and talk about and yell and scream about black people who aren't protesting the right way, or this isn't the right place and the right time. Literally every single one of you bitches that try to use that excuse, try to use Martin Luther King to justify that, and in his very same fucking letter to Birmingham jail, he literally told y'all that he was full of shit. And do you know why he was in Birmingham jail? Do you know why? Because of white people. I don't understand how white people come back today and want to act like they were so gun-ho and so supportive of Martin Luther King when that man is dead. He is not here today. He is literally dead. He was murdered because white people did not like the way that he was protesting and the fact that he was protesting in the first place, bitch. So no, white people are banned from Martin Luther King Jr. I don't want to hear his name or another misread quote out your motherfucking mouth because you decided to pick one sentence out of a 6-page fucking speech to use it out of context. Doesn't change the fact that Martin Luther King didn't like you guys. Doesn't change the fact that Martin Luther King is dead. He is not here today because white people did not like him, because white people use the same exact logic that they're using today on Martin Luther King. Y'all literally assassinated this man. So do not come back today in 2017 and pretend like you were so supportive of Martin Luther King and that all of his ideologies were so great and so wonderful and that's the right way to do things, when the right way to do things literally got him murdered. Bitch, bye. Y'all are banned from Martin Luther King forever. I don't want to hear nan one of his initials out your motherfucking mouth, bitch, or you gonna catch hands.